Jesus had spent much time in the towns of Chorazin, Bethsaida and Capernaum, performing countless miracles and sharing the message of God's kingdom. Despite the wonders he worked and the truths he spoke, the people of these towns remained unrepentant, clinging to their old ways and ignoring the call to change their hearts and lives. One day, as Jesus traveled with his disciples, he paused on a hillside overlooking these towns. The air was thick with a sense of impending judgment, and the disciples felt the gravity of the moment. With a voice that carried both sorrow and authority, Jesus began to speak, reproaching the towns where he had performed most of his miracles. "Alas for you, Chorazin! Alas for you, Bethsaida," he lamented. "For if the miracles done in you had been done in Tyre and Sidon, they would have repented long ago in sackcloth and ashes." Jesus continued, "Still, I tell you that it will be more bearable for Tyre and Sidon on Judgment Day than for you." His words hung heavy in the air. The disciples could sense the weight of divine disappointment in the face of unrepentance. Turning his gaze towards Capernaum, Jesus' tone did not soften. "And as for you, Capernaum, did you want to be raised as high as heaven? You shall be flung down to hell, for if the miracles done in you had been done in Sodom, it would have been standing yet." The mention of Sodom, a city synonymous with sin and destruction, sent chills through the disciples. Capernaum, so favored with Jesus' presence, now faced a fate likened to that of Sodom. The disciples understood the severity of the comparison. It was a profound statement about missed opportunities and hardened hearts. "Still, I tell you," Jesus concluded, "that it will be more bearable for Sodom on Judgment Day than for you." The disciples were silent, contemplating the enormity of Jesus' words. They knew that the call to repentance was not just for these towns but for all who heard his message. The miracles were not merely displays of power, they were signs meant to turn hearts towards God.